Ladies and gentlemen, YouTube and Wrestling Universe, this weekend is Survivor Series weekend, starting off with NXT WaRGames tonight, followed by WWE Survivor Series tomorrow. And I have to say that I'm looking forward to both of these shows. Lately, WWE and NXT have really been building up the excitement with everyone appearing on the other shows. And I can almost say that I'm more interested in the WWE card than the NXT card. However, let's break down both cards, complete with my predictions of the show. On the NXT WaRGames side of things, which comes on tonight, we have the men WaRGame match of Undisputed Era versus Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Donovan Dijakovic, and a mystery partner. For some reason, I thought I seen a partial spoiler a few months back that said the Undisputed Era would turn on strong before WaRGames. Clearly, that didn't happen, so going into this, I was still expecting it to happen. There's also the element of surprise with this mystery partner. I think that we'll see Ciampa's team win this one, and it will possibly be the fault of Roddy Strong. As far as who would the mystery man be, I haven't really given much thought at this point, and I know Johnny Gargano is still injured. Next up is the women WaRGame match, which I'm more interested in, honestly, with Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Kaylee Ray versus Rhea Ripley, Tegan Nox, Candice LeRae, and Mia Yim. Going into this, a lot of women were attacked on NXT, and it was thought to be SmackDown Raw leading in the Survivor Series. I am curious if Dakota Kai could have had something to do with the attack. It's almost impossible to separate the two shows at this point, decide what could happen. Who from this match will actually survive and be able to make it to the Survivor Series? At the end of the day, I think that Rhea Ripley's team will wind up getting the win. We then have Matt Riddle versus Finn Balor, with Balor just recently returning to NXT. Would they really give him a loss this soon? This was originally supposed to be Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor. And Matt Riddle had been seeming to get a big push lately. Something in my gut tells me that Riddle will win somehow, so against my better judgment, I'll go with Matt Riddle. In a triple threat to face Adam Cole at Survivor Series, we have Killian Dane versus Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest. I think everyone is in agreement that Pete Dunne will take the win in this and then go on to face Adam Cole at the Survivor Series. Usually NXT TakeOvers have 5 matches, but at this point I only knew of 4. Today, however, I did see online that there has been the added match of Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Angel Garza, and I'm going to go with Scott take the win. The show takes place tonight in Rosemont, Illinois at Allstate Arena, and it'll air on the WWE Network. I think the show begins at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, consisting of a pre-show followed by the main card. Tomorrow night, WWE Survivor Series takes place November 24th, 2019, with a pre-show starting about 6 p.m. I'm assuming of the already named matches, we have yet to hear of the pre-show match. We will, however, start with the Viking Raiders versus the Undisputed Era versus the New Day. I think this will be the first match to set up the brand supremacy theme of the night that will see Undisputed Era get the win for NXT. This will allow for NXT to start off strong, showing that they aren't the weak link and that they can hang with the main roster. We then have AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Roderick Strong, with the Undisputed Era kicking it off with a hot win. I think this will carry on from the night before, with Roddy Strong being the man pinned, causing NXT a loss. I think AJ Styles will wind up taking a win for Raw. We then had Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler versus Bayley, and Bayley will take the win for SmackDown, making it 1 win apiece. Honestly, this match seems to be more about Becky and Shayna, and I can see a one-on-one match coming with them in the future. This makes Bayley look like the underdog who sneaks out to win. Shayna is also coming into this after WaRGames, which will probably put her at a disadvantage. We then have Charlotte, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Sarah Logan, and Natalya versus Sasha Banks, Carmella, Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, and Nikki Cross versus Team NXT, who we don't know yet. I could see Dakota Kai being on a Survivor Series card, along with Io Shirai to face off against Kairi Sane. who else would be in good enough condition for another match after WaRgames? I'll go with Kylie Ray, Tegan Knox, and Candice LeRae. I think people want Rhea Ripley facing a lot of the main roster women, so the smart play for this match is to wait. This could also set up Dakota Kai as the woman who gets the spotlight for her team, with everyone else coming out of WaRgames. I don't really want the Horsewomen or Aaliyah in this match. I think I'll go with Team NXT to get the win. In the men's elimination match, we have Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, and Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, King Corbin, Braun Strowman, Chad Gable, and Ali versus Team NXT, who we don't know of yet. I think this will have a lot to do with WaRgames survivors as well. I would say that the team will have Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, and Undisputed Era minus Adam Cole. Breaking this down, I think SmackDown is the weak link with no one really liking Baron Corbin. You also have to wonder going into this, will there be a betrayal and who will it be? It would have to be either Rollins, Owens, or Drew McIntyre going to NXT. I could see this being where the Era turn on Roddy Strong and Kevin Owens, or either Drew McIntyre join NXT, leading to Roddy Strong going to Monday Night Raw. This show is honestly hard to predict, but I think that's what makes it so much more exciting. I also have always loved the traditional Survivor Series matches, and if played out right, the men's elimination match should be close to the end of the show. We also have Daniel Bryan versus The Fiend for the Universal Championship. I don't think that the hottest thing going right now will lose the title anytime soon, as soon as he got the championship. So for that reason, I'm going to go with The Fiend to retain. And for the World Championship, we have a no-holds-barred match with Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. As much as I want to believe that this would be the final championship win for Rey Mysterio, it's against Brock Lesnar. The element of surprise would shock most people, but with this being a no-hold bar, how would that play? I would actually go with Rey Mysterio to get the win. As far as the pre-show goes, there'll probably be a 205 championship match or more 24/7 shenanigans, or maybe some representation from NXT UK. Last night I watched the last SmackDown before the pay-per-view, and surprisingly they didn't wait to get Rhea Ripley facing off with Charlotte and Sasha, which leads me to believe she won't be a part of the Survivor Series match. We also had Toni Storm on the show, which has been missing lately as well. There's also the possibility she could be in the Survivor Series match. We also have a new Intercontinental Championship, which honestly looks similar to the 205 championships to me. I don't know why it wasn't revealed at the pay-per-view or even next week. SmackDown also, of course, ended with the usual everyone in a big brawl at the end, which winded up having Keith Lee going at it with Braun Strowman. Guys, those are the predictions and rundown of the card. Please let me know what you want to happen, and also what are you predicting for either or both shows. I'll be back with the results in time. More than likely, I won't be seeing either of the shows live. But stay tuned, and I will have results and a review for those who missed the show. And thank you for taking your time to be here and for everything that you do. And enjoy NXT TakeOver WaRgames tonight, as well as WWE Survivor Series tomorrow.